But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of the new Scarlet and Violet stuff in the TCG. Holy god, a Dorito, yeah. Well, I wish I could do that. You know, then I wouldn't have to go hungry. I could just go fishing and catch Doritos, even though an actual fish will probably fill me up more than a bag of Doritos, or a single Dorito in that case. Okay, let's get a walk on. Guess I could try to get some XP here. So the next trial is the Earth trial. How's that gonna go for us? Said to the east, I imagine this kind of east, right? True. True, I guess so. That is one way to look at it. A big chip. May as well be like an overly cooked pizza at that point. I don't know if you can really compare Dorito and pizzas, but you know, if it's a big Dorito, it's kind of like a triangle pizza. I have money actually, so let's buy the Grassadilla cookie and give it to the chef dude, because he seems pretty keen on it. Oh, we've unlocked new items, it seems. I will buy some repels then, because you can never have enough repels. Not in a Pokemon fan game. Let's go to the chef who was in this house and give him his cookie. A big Masalada. He gave us food from another region, from Alola. Okay, that's cool. A wet, sloppy pizza that breaks and falls apart with no cheese wraps, smells like fish, has a few toppings and smells like seaweed or something. Yeah, except it's not the good kind of seaweed, it's a gross seaweed, like literally just picked out of the ocean. Careful out there, these Pokemon are wild, even more wild than your average wild Pokemon. What the hell does that mean? How can a wild Pokemon be more wild than your average wild Pokemon? Comics! Wow, Mum chased after us. Hey sweetie, you certainly are hard to catch up with. I can't believe you already finished your first trial. You're doing so well. I just want to give you a few more items to help in your journey. Oh, I didn't need to buy that cookie. I could have just gotten it from my mum. A lantern. A homemade repel. Why did everything I just bought, they're given to me. The lantern will help you reach your next trial, and I made that repel myself. You should use it. It's a bit sus. What does a homemade repel mean? Be safe, I'm visiting your aunt and uncle if you need me. Okay. More wild. These more wild than wild Pokemon got rabies. Hopefully not. Oh, it's Sketchy Guy. I didn't mind what he gave me before. He gave me an unknown, which is arguably better than a Magikarp. Can I say yes? I'd buy a repel from him. You know what no is backwards? On. As in, you should put on a repel unless you want to be sent home with a dozen bug bites. That's a fair judgment because someone got infected. Like they got bit and infected because of a bite and they had to drop out from the trial. Take the repel. Oh, I like the animation for putting on the repel. Well, ain't that the sappiest snub I've ever got. Guess me and my wares will go packing, all alone. Ward's empty, heart's even emptier. Just buy the repel, help him out. Help him out. What could possibly be wrong about whatever repel is trying to sell me? Okay, so how does the homemade repel actually work? I guess I've already used it, right? It saved me that little encounter where that guy was trying to make me buy something that probably would have been bad. A Weedle! Who should I be leveling up here? Who's my lowest level? It's like, oh, I can take Daft back. I remember. To the creepy girl with 20 Corsola. I think she was down here. Here she is. Take my Corsola. Oh, I like that animation. Check it out. Let me guess, you killed it? Yep, hello. We now have a Galarian Corsola. I don't think I've actually ever used one before, so I can try to stick with it. Does it have any water type, or is it all gone? It's pure ghost. Okay, I'm alright with that. I didn't really want to double up on my water type. Let's see, what else can we find here? Burmy. I guess this is where a fire type would come in handy. Oh my god! That actually scared me. I did not see that Spinarak. I saw the one above, like in the road above. I did not see the Spinarak down there. It's using Nightshade, another game that ECAT worked on. I never thought I'd say there are too many bugs around. Oh, this poor bug catcher has been made to hate his hobby. I used Thunder Wave, I did not mean to do that. But they used Stun Spore, which doesn't do anything to me, so... Get back to little dude. See you, Butterfree. Spark. I think Electro Ball's just gonna be better, right? What's that item there? I see that Beedrill is gonna attack me, right? But I want whatever item is hiding in that corner. A level 25 Beedrill, who's not kidding. Okay, we got the Thunder Wave. Now we just hope we get lucky. Which we do not. Sly, you have a rock type move, right? You do not, but you have this. I'll buy my poor little Patty or whatever that Pikachu was called. A Super Repel. I don't know if it's worth running back in. Yeah, I realized. I thought whatchamacallit, I thought Beedrill was flying type as well, but no, I think it's just pure bug, right? But it is what it is. I still don't know what type my hidden power is on my Magikarp. It's not a Magikarp. We can actually use Ice type here. That'll be good. Ice Punch. It's poison type, that makes sense. I should have known that. I can't believe I play so many Pokemon games, but I still don't know anything. Syvin me's DMs. You should try that one on me, the person who made this game. Oh fuck, why did I just walk into another Beedrill? Level 26 this one is. We'll see you later, Magikarp. Let's see what Jerry can do. Okay, poison type, right? So then Mudshot should be good. I recently watched a Mandela, and apparently... Oh, like a Mandela effect thing. Apparently people think Ice is super effective against Bug. I haven't, nothing when you get to level 21 for the Magikarp. It's just, what happened essentially is I got scammed by this dude, and he was like, hey, I'll sell you Magikarp. And he forced us to buy it. But really, it wasn't actually a Magikarp, it was just an unknown in the shape of a Magikarp. Kind of, I think it's somewhat a reference to the third movie. But yeah. I've never fallen for the, Mandela effect of Ice being super effective against Bug. However, I have totally, yeah, like, kind of like what Roy is saying here. There's definitely lots of like similar things that I've fallen for. Like, I always thought Skarmory was Gen 3. I thought it was a Hoenn Pokemon, but it's Johto. Florges is like a well-known one because it looks like Grass type, but it's not. But yeah, there's definitely some that are a bit messed up in my mind. I could really use a healer. Okay, never mind, we've encountered Ultra Grumpy Guts. They did do the joke. I think Makogo is probably... Oh fuck, I don't know. Is it a rock type? If it's got a dual type, it would be rock fire, right? I feel like it is rock type because I remember water being 4 times effective. Let's see. Makago is fire rock, yeah. But yeah, see, that's an easy one to just get mixed up. What's the game? You! Yes, Ultra Grumpy Guts, it's you two. You're that wisecracker's sidekick from before. Great, another smart aleck. Well, your friend isn't here now. Let's see how strong your power of friendship and family is. Oh, fuck me. My Pokemon are dying. Come on, Ultra Grumpy Guts, you don't have to do this. I knew Rhyhorn Silks, but Makago is Fire Rock somehow. Yeah, there's so many Pokemon. I mean, when there's like over 1,000 Pokemon out there, it's easy to get them mixed up. Yeah, right. Yeah, Slugma's the other one, right? I swear Slugma was Hoenn, but it's not, which blows my mind. I don't know what to use against you. Thunder Punch? This isn't so much like a Mandela effect, but just one that like looks confusing. That took me a while to learn. Is that Grapple Locked from Gen 8 doesn't have water type at all. It's dark fighting, despite being an octopus. Yeah. Flannery, her like icon Pokemon is like Slugma and Marcargo, it feels like, so that does not help. Oh, they got the other starter. That's cool. Haha, I protected myself. Oh, I was using Sand Attack. That's not helpful. No, my name is not Ultra Grumpy Guts. You're lucky there isn't a trial of creative naming. You're also lucky I was just training a new party instead of my regulars. Still, you won despite my superior experience. I guess that merits a congrats. Don't let your head get too big, bro. See it up there? The graveyard is special for trainers who have died during the trials. What the fuck? Trainers have died in the trials? Of course, no one has died in years because they've watered things down so much. It's pathetic, just like you. Okay, well you're a bit too hardcore. I think if people are dying in trials, it does not really have its place. So I can go to the graveyard here. Forgotten Vale. Trial start. Oh, it's trial time. It's funny because I've made a game with like a similar plot called Pokemon Trial here, except I would say that I think this game is doing it much better than mine. But essentially, it starts off the same. You're like set on a traditional trial that kids in your village go on, where you go to 3 different villages and you fight these trainers who are called guardians, and you collect a little relic from them. And it's all part of just like a tradition, a little trial that people your age in your village do. But as you go through it, you find out that a few years ago, or a year ago, I can't remember what I said in the game, the kid before you actually supposedly died in the trial. And I used the word died, and that is probably quite jarring as well. And I don't know, yeah. The word die in Pokemon games is weird, because sometimes it is a bit jarring. And then, I'd say, luckily for me, well, luckily for that fictional kid, the kid didn't actually die. He just went into hiding and planned to take his revenge during the next trial. So the kid didn't actually die in my game, at least. Yeah. I guess it has its place, right? I think that's a fine place, but also it's like a fan game. You can use whatever words you want. You can heckin' swear if you want. I don't know who would make a Pokemon fan game where you swear. Surely no one would make a game with a title like Holly Goes to the Fucking Lake. No one would do that. No. Only a true idiot. Yeah, and I mean, I know there was a Sun and Moon anime episode that was kind of about a Stoutland passing away, so to speak. But yeah, the word die. Yeah, I guess normally in that kind of stuff you say like passed away. Die sounds a bit more graphic. I don't know why, but I don't have. Yeah, I put the asterisks in it, so Holy Ghost for the Lake is safe. Nothing wrong with that game. I think it does. I can't remember, Ronko might remember, but I think when you beat the game and it says, and so Holly went to the fucking lake, I think it actually says fucking in full glory, but I could be wrong. What Pokemon dies in Heroes? That's the Latios and Latios movie, right? I watched it a long time ago. I also just want to say, this hiker, yeah, well, while battles are allowed here, try to be respectful. Well, I'll be honest, I don't think any kind of battle is respectful here, Hiker. You should really calm down. You get to see the letter U. That's the reward for beating the game, yeah. I lost my best friends to the trials. I know it's safer these days, but still be careful. It's so sad, and yet without decay, we couldn't have the beauty around us. Have you thanked your fungi today? I know fungi are wonderful creatures. Oh, the Latios died. I barely remember that. I remember Latios kissing Ash at the end of the movie, and that's all that got ingrained in my memory from that. Some days it feels like things will never grow easier. God, that's a bit grim. The spirits will not allow you to linger for long. Here lies my hopes and dreams of making a brilliant sail selling repels. I guess this sketchy guide feed torn up about what happened. Say kid, did you get hit with a sweet scent or something? That homemade repel, to be honest, I think your mum needs to double check her recipes. You must have been a walking target. Here, if you buy my legitimate repel, we can counteract it. Only 250. Are you talking about how like the Chikorita has like a crush on Ash? I do remember that. I watched all of the Johto anime. I remember quite liking it, especially like the part with like the Silver, the baby Lugia. It's cool that they had like a baby legendary like that. Thanks to sale, you've resurrected my dreams. I get the feeling this repel is gonna like summon a whole bunch of bugs or something. You're looking pretty scratched up. Tell you what, in return for your customership, I'll give you free heals. After that, it will be 250 a pop. I'll take a free heal, I quite like that. Speaking of resurrection and all that, want to hear about this trial? I'll share my knowledge for free. More than you get off those lousy wall inscriptions. So in that tomb there, you can only walk a certain number of steps before the ghost Pokemon kick you out. It's a big dark maze. The good news is that you will have a lantern. You can see better. Of course, Pokemon like to blow them out. Your mum gave you one? This is a pretty... There goes another business opportunity. This is a pretty shoddy looking one though. I bet you'll have to refill it often. Between you and me, just steal some oil from other lanterns in there. It'll make your life way easier. It also happens to be a bit of a maze. Okay, well I don't want the maze map. I think I can do it without the map. But that's a little easy way out if I need it. Yeah, like... It's weird, right? I don't know. Like, if you have something like a baby Lugia in like an official game, not a fan game, would it be like its own Pokemon or something? Kind of like Fiona and Manaphy? I don't know, it'd be interesting. Okay, so I only have a certain number of steps. Yeah, but then like, oh, I guess I was gonna say it's kind of weird because then you essentially have like a legendary evolving, but I forgot Cosmog did that completely. So evolving legendaries aren't really going against any rules nowadays. This is quite a maze. That's a dead end marked by a dead animal skull. Does no one look after this mausoleum? Well, Arcanine is the legendary Pokemon. I'd hardly say it's a legendary Pokemon, but yeah, Sun and Moon has the Cosmog line. We straight up just got attacked by a ghost. This trainer sprite for was very cool. A Moona. I guess we can try to get Daff some use, although Daff doesn't have any ghost moves now that I think about it. Not that I know of at least. What does a water gun do? That was a critical hit. Okay, you're out of here. Let's see what our hidden power might be. Okay, it's super effective, so what? Dark, Bug, or Ghost type? We can test it out a bit more. But maybe that means Magikarp's going to be leading the party for this trial. And so I get money from them, don't I? Because they're trainers, technically. It's because some Pokemon don't have a mate or a singular being, so they can't create... Yeah, and... It's really confusing, like... I think you just can't think too hard about it, to be honest. But the whole situation about whether there's multiple legendaries or not is a bit odd. because of the anime, like kind of like we were saying, we did see 2 Lugia. On top of that, that was a different Lugia than the Lugia in the Pokemon 2000 movie. But maybe you'd just like to argue that that is not canon. And then on top of that, like, you have so many Celebes appear in the anime, right? At least I think so. Because you have the one from the 4th Pokemon movie, you have the one from whatever. Yeah, and you got 2 Mewtwo anime. I think Shaman as well. Shaman's in the Giratina movie. Shaman's in the Wait, what else is Shaman in? It's not in the Arceus movie, is it? Oh, you're Shaman. But yeah, I think you just can't think of too many. True. No, I remember in the Giratina movie, they visit like a whole field of shaman or some shit, right? It's just weird with legendaries. But I think you just gotta think of them as just rare Pokemon. It's essentially like their classification. I need to find more oil. Are you oil? So that's not a lantern. Is this music like Terraria music or something? Oh, we actually got out of there in first attempt. What the hell? I like the panorama in the back of like the mountains. That's really cool. Nature can hurt just as much as it can help us thrive. Too many people forget that. Those that do remember seem to think that through with good planning, human ingenuity, and working with Pokemon, nature can be contained safe. But it's not safe. Nothing about these trials was safe, Tomix. It only gets worse from here. I couldn't stop you before your journey started. I couldn't interfere with the early stages to keep you from progressing. She put the Corsola there. I know I can't force you to come home. Your grandmother would shoo you out the moment I wasn't looking. Tomix, please come home. You don't have to complete these trials. You can go to a normal region and do the gym challenges. Or you could check out the tournament you were telling me about the other day. It'd be far safer than this. Oh, please. These trials are meaningless jokes. All you have to do is be smart and you can face through them no problem. I agree that they're meaningless, but you're overconfident. People bend over backwards to make these trials easy for kids these days. Hints, free items, patrols looking out for danger. People in danger. Are you not a child? Age aside, no amount of brains or strength can protect you from the inherent risk. All it takes is one slip up. Honestly, the both of you need to grow up. How insidious do you have to be to sabotage your own child's adventure? And you, who asked your opinion? I can tell by the look on Tomix's face that they shouldn't. This is Tomix's trial, and it is up to Tomix to decide what that means to them, assuming they mean anything at all. Everyone's just been kicked out. That's not the guy who wanted milk. That's just the dude who's been a bit of an annoying guy and randomly appears every trial and just starts talking. He battled us once, to be fair. But he does a lot of talking. Out. And that's our mom. He's a bit overprotective. Are you okay? Let me heal your Pokemon. Then we can battle and discuss what you've learned. Okay, I guess we can battle Nampen, right? I imagine you're going to be Ghost type. I can try leading with Magikarp, because my hidden power should be super effective. My name? Oh yes, Grace. I'm the captain of the Ideal of Earth. That was a short talk. I like the little flower she has in her hand. Mothim, okay, not Ghost type at all. Earth type. Let's see, does hidden power do anything? We're knocked out. She's a flat earther. Well, to be fair, in Pokemon, when you see everything from only a top-down perspective, it does look pretty flat. So I get why she's a flat earther. Ideal Earth. What do I want to be using? Let's just use Sin, because Sin's strong. The Mothim became one with the Earth? What does that mean? Are you ground type now? No. Oh, so it's like built in, like ingrained or whatever you call it, so it gets healed every turn. That's alright, we should be able to manage. That's a cool little modification to the trial to make the battle more interesting. The ghost laid a curse on Sly. Does that mean I've been destiny bonded? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, okay. Floette, okay. It's just Electro Ball. And hope you'll be strong enough to mash through them missing nearly every move in a row. It's a bit unfair that the ghost's allowed to just come out of the catacombs and curse me. The ghost eerily stare and chant a melancholy hymn. Patry has 3 turns to live and cannot escape. So I've been perish-songed. Well, I'm dead anyway. Okay, Rockshore? Level 26 is quite high. Yeah, perish song, but you can't swap out. Daff, I don't know if you're going to be able to take this home. We can try. They're just healing so much. If I can get a boost off Ancient Power. Okay, that's a boost. Knockout? Oh, so close, but they go first, so I'm dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a Trustedea cookie. Just so I don't need to do a second attempt. And see you later, alligator. Okay, second trial has been completed. I know, I'm cheating, Octavius. It's not fair. Now, Tomix, what has this trial taught you? Always carry lamp oil? I didn't need lamp oil. I didn't find any in there. Dead people aren't spooky. Friendship again? Ghost is weak to brick. What has it taught me? It's taught me that nobody looks after this goddamn mausoleum. That they just let random ghosts attack the people who want to visit. Like, can you imagine visiting your family, you know? You've got a deceased relative and you just want to visit, you know, their area in the mausoleum. And you walk in and just some random ghost starts attacking you, like, let me be. Ghost is weak to brick. You know what? Whatever works for you. Purity, virtue, life. I hope you have grown a stronger understanding of the trait. Purity and virtue? I'd say your mother and that odd rude trainer reflected a lack of those ideals, wouldn't you? There's no virtue in sabotage, no purity in attacking others. Technically, we hope that trainers learn there's purity in death and virtue, even in elements of life we deem taboo, like decay. Well, without corpses, we wouldn't have flowers. That's a nice way to put it. Without corpses, we wouldn't have flowers. Yeah. I wonder... That'd be an interesting thing for a fan game. There's just like a legendary trainer and they're so powerful. And so when he passed away, they just turned his grave into a gym, built a mausoleum around it, because they're like, he'll make a good gym leader, even in death. Teehee, I suppose you had a lot of rainbow. Trial complete. Woolly Whispers got. The next trial is of the day. Your journey will be long. You must travel west, past Mio City, and past Mount Sulphur. You'll learn about willpower, determination, and victory. Oh yes, I can't imagine you don't want to stumble through the dark again. Just take the tomb to my right, or to your left. It's a shortcut. Okay. That's why I'm a mass murderer, because they want flowers. Oh, that is one hell of a motive. I'll be right back. I'm just going to take a quick toilet break and fill up my water bottle. Shouldn't be too long.